What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to be changing out the golf cart's battery cables because they're corroded and rotting, which is causing the battery to drain quickly and not get the energy to charge. Alright, here are the cables. It comes with the terminals already attached, so we won't have to cut the wires or crimp the ends. It's really simple and anyone can do it, and we'll have the link in the description. We're also going to be replacing the charger. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We would always have to wiggle this wire a certain way to get it to work. But now it's completely dead, and we took it apart to look for a loose wire, but it's dead. Let's start off by removing the seat and cleaning the entire golf cart. And you don't have to remove the seat, but that would be easier for me and for the YouTube video for it to have more lighting. But let's get all this clean because it's super dirty and corroded. So let's get started on that. Alright, so to remove the seats, I think it'll be easier to remove the bottom four instead of the top. So we're going to get those removed, that way I'll have more space to work. Alright, I just took the seat off. We have a lot more room and a lot more light. Now we're going to drive it over there so I can get the golf cart all cleaned up so we don't get our work area wet, and then get started on removing the corroded cables. So let's go. Alright, I got everything cleaned out really good with soap. Now we're going to use this 14mm to remove the cables, and then we're going to get it cleaned up with baking soda and a wire brush. And you want to always make sure to wear gloves and eye protection because that's basically an acid. So let's get started with removing the corroded cables. And you want to make sure to hold the other end of the cable so it doesn't touch another metal because it will spark. So even though you have gloves on, you want to make sure you don't touch your face or your clothes because this corrosion is a very bad irritant. So one pro tip is to take pictures before you start working because there's a bunch of wires, so taking a picture would be something good to look back at. That way you can remember where everything goes. Lots of corrosion. So these cables are way worse than I thought. Look how bad that is. Then you have this top of the nuts completely eaten away, so that's really bad. And then a lot of the terminals are completely gone, but this goes to the voltage meter. This one, look how bad this one is. That goes to the charger. And then you have these. I think it goes to the headlight, but I'm not sure. But the headlights don't work, so that would explain why, because it's disconnected. But so now we're gonna put some of this baking soda on and then get those cleaned up. Alright, now I'm gonna sprinkle the baking soda on all the battery posts. That way it'll neutralize the corrosion. And I'm also gonna put some on the bolts since that has corrosion. And then brush it with this wire brush so we can get all that cleaned up for the new cables to get put on. can hear it fizzing. Now this is the main time you need safety glasses because this could splash in your eyes, and that definitely would not be good. This stuff is definitely helping cleaning them up really good. Look at that green stuff. I'm probably gonna need to put some on this cable because this is corroding. What is the blue and green stuff?
It's just part of the corrosion, oxidation.
But yeah, I definitely do recommend the baking soda because it helps 100 times better. Alright, so I didn't realize we had so many broken ring terminals. So we went and looked, and in our shed we found these, but they're kind of too small, so we're going to have to go to the store and buy bigger ones. But in the meantime, we're going to top off the water in our batteries. You have to make sure it's distilled water, not fresh water or tap water. So that way it'll keep our batteries healthy. So let's get that topped off and get started. Alright, to remove this, you're going to pull on this and then push on this side. And then you're going to fill it up to that bottom level so you don't overflow the acid on the top. Alright, we got all the batteries topped off with the distilled water. Now we're going to head to the store and go pick up some ring terminals. Alright guys, this is actually the next day and we went to Tractor Supply and got these ring terminals, and I've already crimped them on. Alright, and good news, our charger came in. It had a lot of reviews and was recommended on a few forums that we looked at. So if you're interested, I'll have a link to everything in the description below. It's a 48 volt and a 15 amp charger, and they have different volts and amps depending on what you need. I'm really looking forward to trying this out in a bit, but let's get started with the getting our new cables connected. Our batteries are 8 volts each and they're connected in series to make it 48 volts. And that basically means the positive from one battery is connected to the negative on the next battery, and then the voltage is added up. And then if it's parallel, then the volts stay the same and then the amps are added up. So let's start with this one and we will connect the motor last, and we can verify if the voltage is 48 volts. All right, I got all the cables connected. All I have left is to connect the motor, but I used this voltage meter to test the last two to see if it adds up to 48 volts, and it does, so that's good. So now all that's left is to connect the motor and then test out the charger to see if that works. So I guess it don't matter, but I'm gonna put the motor on the bottom and then put these two, the charger on top. And then get this bolted up and then test it out. So it came with 2 extra cables just in case you had 6-volt batteries, but we have 8 volts, so if one ever goes bad, we'll always have 2 extra. All right, I'm gonna get the golf cart plugged in. Hopefully it charges fast. Let's see, it's blinking red, so that means it's charging. It's below 80%, and if it was yellow, flashing yellow, it would be 80 to 99%, and then solid green would be fully charged. But look at the size difference between these two. This one's heavy, takes up a lot of room on the counter. This one's pretty small, so that's what I like about this. And I'm not sure how many amps this is, but this one's 15. So that should be good for us. Hopefully it'll charge quickly. So it seems like this is gonna be a great little charger for us. I'm not really too sure how to pronounce the name. I guess it's ezgo. I guess the D is silent. But don't forget, we'll have the link in the description, so if you need you a new golf cart charger, make sure you go check that out. But let's get the seat back on and get this all finished up. So in the beginning, we unbolted these metal base plates, but I really don't think we needed to do that because I think the seat just slides right into here, unless the steering wheel was hitting it and making us not able to take it out. But I'm gonna go ahead and bolt these in and just see if the seat goes in. If it doesn't, then we can figure out how to do it. Alright guys, that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you all learned how to change your cables on your golf cart battery. And don't forget to check the links in the description, and also follow us on Instagram at Swamp Boys Garage, and we will see you in the next video.